Hello, cherished viewers. We are very elated to come your way, and it's very exciting to know that this is our very first episode of Beyond the Noise. And I believe you're going to be with us. You're going to stick and stay with us, as we always say. Make sure that during the discussions, you put your questions in the comment sections, and let's all have a very fruitful discussion. And, today, we're going to have some very interesting discussion. February will be coming our way, and February is the most anticipated month. You know why? It is 14th February.
Yeah.
So we want to look at how we can survive 14th February. I hope you guys are ready to have these discussions with me.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
We are ready.
All right. Let me tell you a story. You know what? Some years back, somewhere around 2012, that was when I was dating my wife.
Oh, okay.
And it was Val's Day.
Okay.
And I remember I was doing my master's then at KNUST.
Okay.
And before the 14th, I was just thinking of so many things, what exactly to do for her, to sweep her off her feet.
Off her feet, yeah.
You can imagine. So many ideas came by. Finally, I decided to do a painting for her.
Okay.
I took one of her best pictures and I did that. And I was in Kumasi. She was in Accra.
Eish.
I had to go to VIP station.
Wow.
To send, the picture frame to Accra.
Oh, that's nice.
And her response made me feel good. So you can imagine the pressure that I went through.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I know.
Do you think it's real? Is it the same experience with every young person?
So I am not married yet, but yeah, 14th February. For me, I don't see it as a big deal. I from where I sit, and I think as married people, they shouldn't also see it as a big deal, because for me, I believe as a married couple, every day should be 14th. For a married couple, but to the single, that's when maybe the pressure and all those kind of things come in. So me, that's what I think about. I don't know what Ella has to say, but
I think it should be a big deal because every
for
day.
a married couple,
Yes.
really,
Yeah,
Okay.
you have like a date set aside where it doesn't mean like on other days you are not sweet to your wife or sweet to your spouse, but on that day it's just like special.
No, but if
Just like everybody has a birthday, why don't you say then
but that's
every
what I'm
day
saying.
should be a birthday? You
Yes.
have a date assigned where you take yourself out because it's your birthday, you want to enjoy, you want to feel
Yes,
good
yes.
on that day.
yes.
So why can't you apply the same energy
that's
to
what I'm
Val's
saying
Day?
that. So Ella, that's what I'm saying, that as a married couple,
Yeah.
the most important day shouldn't be 14th. It should be
No,
your
no.
It should be your wedding anniversary.
Yeah. We are
So
not
it
saying
shouldn't
that
be-
should be the most important, but it should be a celebrated day.
That's not. It shouldn't be for me. I don't see why married people should have.
Wait,
should have
you
14. It shouldn't be a
Get
big deal. But
married
anyway,
first and let's see.
So guys,
Yeah.
Do you think that this pressure is very real? Because listening to you,
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's from the masculine side. You think it's not so important, because I told you that I felt that pressure at the time because I was dating my wife
Yeah.
and I wanted to impress her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to make the relationship very
Yeah.
rich.
Yeah.
Don't you think that a lot of young men, especially young people who are not yet married, but are dating in one way or the other, feel that kind of pressure? Because let me also give you another example.
Okay.
The story is told of
Yeah.
one young lady back in the university, on the same 14th. Around that time, a lot of Ella can testify.
Okay.
And she can even recall her days in the uni. Ella, around that time,
Yeah.
the young ladies, a lot of them receive gifts,
Yes. Yes.
through
The ladies,
deliveries
yes,
and all
yes,
that.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
And
You
and
see
the-
a bike and there's a teddy bear behind the
Charlie.
But
rider.
okay, true. Anyway.
you understand.
Yeah.
So later it was discovered that one of the young ladies, the gifts, or the freebies she
Yeah.
received
Yes.
were not actually sent by any boyfriend.
Hey, she bought it.
She ordered by
Hey,
herself.
babe.
And no.
You understand me? And it was
Self-love.
packaged as if somebody sent to her.
See,
So that's the extent to which
Yourself on that day.
that's the extent to which
no, but you see,
the pressure is You understand
Yeah,
me?
Yeah.
Or affects,
yeah.
young people. I mean, should it go to that extent, Ella?
I mean, instead of her to sit in her room and then cry, she might as well get
Oh, but
things for
that's
herself.
fake love, fake
It
life.
doesn't matter. She got them for herself.
So
And
see,
if that is how she wants to express the love that she has for herself, what is wrong with it? So if she bought things for herself on a normal day, that would have been cool. But because it's Val's day, it's
but
fake.
this is interesting. But you see, so to what Martin
Mhm.
was saying. So you buy the teddy bear, and then the delivery guy brings it, and then you jubilate, and
You
then you're
act
happy,
surprised,
and
yes.
then you act surprised. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, really? But anyway, but you see, but like you're saying, I mean, it boils down to the pressure. You see, the peer pressure is too much, and even for a single guy, I mean, sometimes when you see other friends, or your say the lady you're with, you see her friends getting gifts, and then she's not getting anything, then the pressure also gets to, not even you, the guy per se, but it gets to the lady too, and the girl doesn't feel loved in a way, but I think it has to do with both of you. I mean, when you both of you understand yourselves, and you can understand the times you guys are in, there's no need for that whole kind of drama and all that. I mean, it boils down to the two of you. Me, that's what I
But
think.
but I learned there are young men who are also actually breaking their pockets.
No, you see, okay.
Breaking boundaries
Yeah,
in terms of financial provisions to ensure they
that's the
please
thing. That's the
their
thing.
ladies or their
That's the
girls.
thing.
So that's why he was saying that, like, you two have to be on the same page. So from the beginning, you know what your expectations are on Val's day. You discuss even before the day comes. Maybe you discuss, okay, today I want us to spend time here, or I would want us to go here. So that way, you know that this is what your spouse is capable of. You are not expecting a Range Rover from him. Do you understand? Especially when you're on campus. Where's your boyfriend going to get a Range Rover from? Where's your girlfriend going to get money for PS5 or PS4 from? You know the financial, status of your spouse. So if you're expecting more then and you don't get it, it's totally your fault.
Then what happens to um, young girls and young boys who also don't have dates, don't have girlfriends, don't have boyfriends? What happens to them? Because there are some who feel very bad around this time.
You know,
How are they going to manage this pressure?
Martin and Ella. Let me give you an example. I went to a mixed school, right? And I was in a mixed school, yes, and yeah, it got to a point I had to give my sitting mates something. I mean, chocolates and that kind of thing. I mean, it was just a gesture everybody was doing. And then I went to a secondary school. I didn't. It was a boys' school, single sex school, so I really didn't care about that. So then I got to the university, then it became a whole big deal out of that whole 14th craze. For me, I believe that 14th thing, me, I still up to date, me, I don't see the necessity and then of all that. I
You,
feel if
you don't
it's,
see it,
no,
but
me, I
it's a
feel if,
big deal for a
no,
lot
no,
of
but,
young
but if
people.
I
That's
feel,
the reality.
no, but I'm a single guy. I mean, before we started the show, Ella was asking whether I was single or married. And I'm like, I mean, there are two sides of that. There can't be a middle ground. I mean, I'm single, you get it. So, like I was saying, I mean, that whole 14th craze, I mean, I think it's blown out of proportion. It's blown too much out of
You think
proportion.
so?
Yeah.
Ella,
I
do you
mean,
think so?
it
To
can be
some
reduced to
to
like say
some
chocolate day,
ex
and we're good.
to some extent, I feel it's blown up because on campus you are around your peers. Okay, you see people getting gifts, but right now, as old as we are in our homes. We don't know who is getting what. Maybe social media is where we'll see everything. But in school, like in school, University of Ghana, for instance, we'll stand at the balconies, literally watching everybody who is receiving some. We'll say that, hey, where you where you like at the end of the day, we know who got and who didn't
Who
get.
didn't get?
Yes, it's like we are monitoring you. So you feel the need to like also get something from someone. That's when you start surprising yourself and then all that. So it's not in school, it's much of a big deal because there are a lot of people there expecting that you get something. Unless like everybody knows that you're single. Then now we know that okay, you're not gay. But once you're in a relationship or you're seeing somebody, we are expecting you. We are hoping that you get a gift, whether you like it or not.
So
Yeah.
so aside the pomp and pageantry of 14th, right? That's what it's been reduced to. And then sex.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's been reduced to. That's what the day has been
Yeah.
reduced to.
But why do you think that on that very day, young people get so engrossed in sexual activities?
Well,
Why do you think it's so?
like Ella was saying, I mean, it's the peer pressure. You know, everybody's going out, so I have to. You know, it's the back in the day we used
But
to call it
remember,
PP. I mean,
I'm not cutting you, but
yeah,
remember this is the day where especially the young
yeah,
boys want to impress their
yeah,
young ladies
yeah.
beyond boundaries. And of course, once that is done, in their minds, they are expecting something.
Yes, if you want the girl over.
You
Yeah,
understand me? So
yeah,
something must happen that
yeah.
day.
You know what? To add up to what you're saying, I have a Ghana web publication here that says that the demand for post-sex pills higher, the demand for post-sex pills higher than condom on Val's Day.
Interesting.
Yeah. So even aside the sexual intercourse that happens on Val's Day, aside all that, it's it's even unprotected. I don't know whether I go at what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's what the day has been reduced to basically. That's it. So like I'm saying, for me, I feel that if you're married and you want to celebrate 14th, it should be every day should be 14th. If it's love you want to show your spouse, I mean, every day you can do that every day.
But is it possible to do
And
it every day?
and also if you're single, and also if you're single as you're not married, I mean, you shouldn't allow that day to push you into do something, I mean, immoral sort of.
So, Ella, let me ask you, you are the female in our midst. The reality is that on that day, people want to feel loved. I mean, it's defined as a World Love Day.
Yeah.
How we define a love day, I don't know, but people want to feel loved. So, Ella, what how would you even define this whole concept of feeling loved as a young lady, whether you are single or you are married? Because of course there are married people who also want to experience that love from their better half, some treats of a sort.
In my personal experience, I would say that um like I mentioned earlier, like going on solo dates, doing things on your own, I find that personally more exciting than going out with people.
Really?
Yeah, I want to spend time with myself
Wow,
without any
interesting to hear that.
interruptions. And then if I have to go out with people, there was one Val's day that I went to a play, a play center.
Wow,
I don't know if I can mention the name, but we could
you
play. We
went
can.
all alone by yourself.
No, I went with somebody.
Oh,
I
okay.
said solo date.
No, relax. Relax for me. I went with somebody, and what made me like it was the fact that I was myself over there. I was acting like a child. It was a playground. Like I was literally playing. It was a Val's Day, and then usually on a Val's Day, I would have to go to a restaurant, wear my red dress, go to a restaurant, sip some wine, have some good food, come back home, and the day is over. But for this one, I would say that was like one of my best Val's Day ever. Like I was just playing all night, and
You played all night.
yeah,
Wow.
I played all night. Like
You need to clarify that before our viewers,
Sorry.
misconceive
Wow.
that.
I mean, I played at the park
The
all
park all
night.
night. That's
All
great.
night.
All right.
Yeah, and
So,
it was
yeah.
it was it was the one of the
So
best
for me, the
times.
point you are making here is it's not all about engaging in sexual activities, but I
No,
mean there are
no.
other
There
exciting
are lots of
activities that you
things
can
you can
have,
do with
whether you are going out or you are not going out.
yeah.
You can still have some activities for yourself,
Yeah. And
and
funny enough,
that
that day
makes
the
a lot.
place was packed with people.
Wow,
On
people.
Val's Day, I was very, very surprised. And there were couples there playing games together. I was like, oh, Sanka is same way the Anka restaurants I am at, but we
Yeah,
were at this
yeah.
playground and it was really fun. So it's everything is not about, having sex.
Thank you. So, Aram, do you think that generally young people have misconceived this whole concept of 14th February? Because if you want to go to the roots, or the history of Valentine's Day, it has to do with Catholic martyr,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
who was killed because he was promoting the whole idea of soldiers, getting married. And then there's also this whole theory about the Roman festivity called Lupercalia. It's a fertility
Wow.
festivity
Oh, okay.
and all that. But I don't know how we are able to marry
that.
the history of 14th February to the immorality
Yeah.
and the craze that happens.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, it's been misconstrued completely. This whole thing about Valentine's Day and its association with sex, but even first and foremost, I even said that whole thing has been overemphasized, like the whole craze about 14th. For me, I don't see it as a big deal at all. I think it should be a day in passing, really.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I see it as that because as a guy, as a young unmarried guy, I mean, if I'm dating somebody and you want me to show you love, it shouldn't be 14th.
It shouldn't be
I mean,
14th.
it shouldn't be on the 14th of February.
But
Then afterwards I go
Aram.
bask on you. I mean,
But Aram,
Aram,
that is you.
There's a date for everything.
but
If you
I
take
mean-
the calendar, there's a date for everything.
And I even
Why are
heard
you
some-
not
you were
arguing?
telling me it's
Why
really
are you
going to fall on
not? Why are
Saturday.
you not arguing
She's
about
marked the
Christmas
date.
Day? Why are you not angry about Boxing Day? Why are you not angry about Idul Adha? Or like, there's a date for
I get
everything.
it, but
Even February 14th should be made a holiday.
oh, come on.
Yes.
Wow.
Come on.
I understand your point. I understand your point of it not being such a big deal, but
So
it's a deal.
this one
It
is
should be a
interesting.
holiday.
Yeah,
It
this
should
is
be a
interesting. I want to find out why you want it to be a
No,
holiday.
it's a special day. Like,
To show love.
yes. I mean, you show love to the person in many different ways.
Okay. Yes.
But that day has been like designated for it to be so special. Do you get it? I don't understand why you guys are not seeing it from my
No,
point
but
of view.
I mean, I don't like I'm saying it should be like a day in passing. I mean,
No. I
Aram,
disagree.
let me say this. Look, whether we like
and,
it or
and,
not,
and
whether
of
we
course,
like it
of
or
course,
not,
I'm sure some of our viewers will say, Unisika will say,
a moment.
so meaning that I try to run. Oh no, but that's not it.
So probably they might think you are speaking like this because you don't have a job.
Yeah. But I mean, you can do anything you want on that day. I mean, with your loved one. I mean, you can show love. You can give gifts. You can anything you want to do. I mean, but it shouldn't be that day. What's that big deal about 14th? Sometimes I even pray God comes on that day.
What are dates for, Aram?
Say again.
Why are there dates?
Oh yeah, there are dates. Like
For-
as in, yeah. So as in going on dates or
No,
the number
like
date on the
dates.
calendar?
Yeah, dates on the calendar. Why are they there?
Oh no, of course.
Special day.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just
So why can't vows be a special day?
oh goodness, to do what people do.
To show love. It's basically to
But I'm
show
saying that
love.
you can do it on any other day.
Yes, I don't disagree with that.
All right, so I'm sure this debate might continue.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Yeah.
For me, Aram, whether it's a passing day
Yeah.
or not,
Yeah.
or whether it's a special day or not,
Right.
the reality is that
Yeah.
look,
People
it has come
make a
to
fuss
stay
about
with
it.
us.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's this whole craze about
Yes,
Val's Day.
yes.
Young people are being influenced.
Yeah.
Young people are being pressured
Yeah.
to do so many things,
Yeah.
and they blow it out of proportion.
That's true.
So for me, I think we need to speak to the minds of young people,
Yeah.
not to give themselves too much away, especially on the negative side.
That's true.
Let's rather get the positives out of it.
Right.
Like Ella is saying, I mean, if it's a special day, you want to feel loved.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't you embark on
Solo
activities,
yeah.
you know, that will make you have fun, that will make you feel good.
Yeah.
If you don't have a girlfriend, if you don't have a boyfriend, I mean, you see, the most important thing about love is you loving yourself.
Right.
So if you are a young man or a young woman, make sure you love yourself first. So whether it's a special day or it is not a special day, you treat yourself well. Whether you have a girlfriend or you don't have a girlfriend, you treat yourself well. And people shouldn't be dragged into having or engaging in sexual immorality on that day. Okay, we can still keep ourselves, okay, as young people, and not be pressured to do that. So I mean, for me, that's the message I want to pass to our viewers and our listeners.
Yeah.
That yes, we can do so much to survive this pressure on the 14th day. Don't, if you have a girlfriend, stay within your means.
Yeah.
I mean, gifts that are meaningful, gifts that you can afford, you can give them. And girlfriends should also appreciate the little that their boyfriends give them.
But
And I believe Ella actually agrees with me.
Yeah.
I think one thing that people also like to do is when I get you a gift, it's like the person at the other end is also pressured to give me a gift that is equal to mine, not maybe the same thing, but like the value.
Yeah.
Because I remember one time a female friend was celebrating her birthday. I got her a whole cake.
Okay.
And then on my birthday, she didn't even wish me a happy birthday.
Wow, she forgot.
As to whether she forgot or it was deliberate, I don't know. And even though I wasn't expecting a gift, I was still expecting to feel loved, like the way I made her feel loved on her special day. Do you understand? So on Val's Day, people are trying to like match up to the gifts that they receive. Maybe she gifted me a laptop. Hey, maybe I should find maybe iPhone 13 Pro Max and then gift her, because if I give her something basic, it will be like she gave me something big and I am giving her something minimal. So that is one thing that people are trying to like match up to. And I feel like what's in your pocket is what should determine what you
Just
can get
stay
for the
within your
person.
means.
You can't,
Spend within your means.
You should cut your coat according to your size.
Exactly.
So if you can afford it, you get it. If you know you buy it and it's going to affect your deep pockets, I mean, there are much more important things you can use your money for. 14th will go by, and then your other things that you had
continues.
to get done will be hanging.
Life continues.
You have to go for loans and all
so
that.
14th will come and go.
Yes.
It's
just one day.
Any message for the young people?
Yeah, so I mean, you know, everything has to do with planning. Just as we have we've heard stories of how people go do weddings, and they plan for the event and not the process, or how do you say the process, the marriage itself, but they plan for the event.
Exactly.
Yes, and later on run into
losses,
financial crisis and all those kind of things. I think it's the same thinking people approach Val's Day and all that, and then at the end of the day, I mean, they go outside, their budget is knocked into kilter and all that. So yeah, so I think we need to be strategic in everything we do. We shouldn't be over the top in celebrating certain things. We should live within our means, and we'll be fine. The day will just pass as wind, like I always maintain. So yeah. But I want to ask one final question. I mean, the day itself comes with a lot of challenges. As for married couples, okay. So how are you able to navigate that as a couple? How do you navigate that? Are you able to? Are there certain challenges you face? I mean, because not every day is perfect. Okay, so for me as a single person, I'm just assuming. I mean, you wouldn't want to offend your girlfriend on that day as a married person, how do you address issues when Val's Day is approaching? I mean, how do you go about it? Is there a normal day for you guys too?
Yeah, I mean, look, the reality is that couple also expect to, you know, experience some treats on
Okay.
Val's Day.
Okay.
Every marriage is unique.
Yeah.
So for me, the most important thing is that married couple should understand their love language.
Yeah.
And they should communicate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it is Val's Day,
Yeah.
and they have the means, they know how to satisfy each other.
Yeah.
Whether they have to go out
Yeah,
and spend some
yeah.
time out, whether they want to stay indoors and have some time for the family.
Yeah.
You know, show love to every member of the family.
Yeah.
And if the kids are, you know, asleep and man and woman want to continue with the love, I mean, that can also
That's a
happen.
good
So
one.
it's unique.
Yeah.
Nobody should put pressure on anybody.
Yeah.
If you are a couple, understand your love language.
That's true. That's
Okay, and understand your expectations. Also know your means, your resources. Okay, it's the most important thing. So I cannot spell out any hard and fast rules on how couples should do that. But for me, what I can say is that they should understand their love language and how they treat Val's Day. You can go to some homes and Val's Day is just
like
a passing,
yeah.
you know, event.
When you say this,
You
then
know?
Aram is so happy.
Yeah.
That's the reality. You also go somewhere, and some of these things also depends on how the relationship began before it became, you know, a married relationship.
Yeah.
And also certain factors like you know after marriage, children have come and all that. It may not be the same.
Sure, that's
but
true.
some people can also plan and always make sure it's always refreshing.
But you know what I would love if I were to be married? I would, rather than 14th, I would rather save and go to some Hawaii or some, I mean, Singapore,
it's possible.
or some Malta with my
Then
wife.
14th, what will you be doing?
No, I would rather prefer that than
So
every
14th,
year
what will
14th.
you be doing?
Well, 14th it should pass. I mean, it should.
So,
So
that
no
depends.
sweet words to your
Oh,
wife.
of course, yes, I
no
will, but it won't be.
romantic.
Oh, of course, I
yeah.
mean, but it won't be too much like.
Hey.
That's
like
the wrong
that.
for you.
Yeah.
But remember the kind of woman you marry to, whether she would subscribe to
Yeah, that's
these
another thing.
wild ideas you have. or
Because
not.
if
So
she's
that's
a
also
big,
very
if
important.
she's heavy on Valentine's Day, you should be heavy on Valentine's Day too. Just because it's a normal day for you doesn't mean you're going to disregard how much she loves Valentine's Day.
So Ella,
Okay.
let me ask you. So, what's the worst gift you've ever got on Val's Day? I mean, you're into it.
Critical.
Where's gift?
So she celebrates Val's Day.
I don't think I've. All my gifts have been. Yeah.
Superb.
Yeah, they've been given. Yeah, my gifts are.
The brotherhood is proud. Anyway,
I see. Then you are very fortunate.
the
You
brotherhood
are
is
very
proud.
fortunate. I wonder how many guys receive gifts
The
Oh,
brotherhood
they
is
do,
Yeah.
they do, they do.
from their
Just that they
loved
don't-
ones
They
on
do,
Val's
just that
Day.
they don't hype it as much as we the ladies do. They surely receive gifts. Don't you receive gifts?
Oh, me.
Hey,
No, but I think with the world now becoming a closed environment. Okay,
Yeah.
say global village sort of, but yeah, a closed environment with the advent of Snapchats and all those kind of things. I think this whole thing has to do with this whole craze about peer pressure. Long and short has to do with peer pressure. Basically, I think that's what I can say, what I can I can conclude on so far. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, to wrap all this conversation up, the message we want to send to young people is that Val's Day will come and go.
Yeah.
I mean, life still continues.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So let's keep our sanity. Let's keep our purity. Let's stay focused and look at the bigger picture. Even if you are rejected on that day, trust me, you still remain who you are.
Yes,
And your personality
that's very
is
important.
more important
Yeah.
than a single day called Val's Day. Let's stay true to ourselves.
Yeah.
And let's remain important. Let me remind you once again, this is Beyond the Noise. And thank you so much for staying with us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow our social media pages as shown on the screen. And keep your questions coming in, and we'll definitely give answers to them. Till the next time we meet, enjoy your day. Bye bye.